Coming up on UFC Ultimate Insider, Jake the Juggernaut Ellenberger on his road to Battle on the Bayou.
This fight is huge. It's a big fight. Definitely the biggest fight in my career.
Experience Fight School with Jake Shields.
Everything crushes inwards and you tap out instantly.
Matt Hughes brings you his all-time greatest UFC highlights.
And every time I hit him, I thought, man, my knuckles were just going right into his head.
All this and more on this week's edition of UFC Ultimate Insider.
Hey everybody, I'm Ariane Celeste, and welcome to UFC Ultimate Insider, presented by Dodge, Never Neutral. The Battle on the Bayou this Saturday night represents Jake Ellenberger's arrival as a top welterweight contender. A win over Jake Shields would be the 5th straight for the Juggernaut, and Ellenberger believes he's ready for the challenge.
I'm from Omaha, Nebraska. MMA is still relatively new where I'm from. As far as gyms and high-level fighters, it's pretty slim out there. Training here at Reign, it's amazing. I mean, there's so many high-level fighters. Mark Munoz has helped me out so much. You know, even Christoph, Jason Mayhem Miller. There's so many good guys here. From where I came from, it's a completely different level. I've grown more in the last year than I did in 6 years, so it's given me a lot of confidence.
Jake, the Juggernaut Ellenberger!
The Juggernaut, it's a nickname I got when back in Nebraska. Some kids compared me to the X-Men character, the Juggernaut. It's cool, I go with it. I really stay as relaxed as I can before a fight. You know, once you get in there, it's do or die. You know, you gotta flip the switch because it's 100 miles an hour. It's chaos when you get in there. Outside of the cage, I'm the nicest guy in the world, but inside the cage, I'm a completely different person.
Jake Ellenberger, ladies and gentlemen.
I've learned a lot from each fight. When I fought Mike Pyle, you know, he's crafty on the ground. He's a dangerous fighter. And this is the second round, you know, was when I caught him.
Big shot by Ellenberger. Ellenberger looking to finish the fight. And it's all over.
Carlos Hosha.
He clipped him right away with a big left-handed Ellenberger, but he's on his back.
He caught me off guard quite a bit. In that first round, you could tell he had a lot of submission attempts.
Ellenberger's got to be careful here. Oh, look at that transition. Reversal. Nicely done by Ellenberger.
It gives me confidence going into the fight with Shields. My last fight was Sean Pearson. There's really no better feeling than winning by knockout in a fight.
Huge left hand throw by Ellenberger.
You know, now here we are with Jake Shields. Shields is a guy I've wanted to fight for years now. He's very good at what he does, that's true. But this isn't a grappling match, you know, it's an MMA fight. It's a mind game. I mean, I gotta figure out a way to not fall into his trap. And you know, he's gotta figure out a way to get past me while I'm throwing rounds downrange.
For win, lose, or draw, he's got a massive future in this sport.
I definitely look at this fight as a world title fight. You know, this is the test right here. It's sometimes hard to sleep at night because I'm so excited to fight him. I'm dying to get there. You know, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there.
If Jake Ellenberger wants to win the Battle on the Bayou, he will need to solve Jake Shields' world-class submission techniques. Jake Shields recently took time from his busy training camp to show us one of his American Jiu-Jitsu moves. This is Fight School.
Jake Shields!
I'm gonna show a rear naked choke. There's a lot of positions when you get behind a guy and on his back, so we're not gonna get into that. We're just gonna go to the finish. Ideally, my legs will be inside his, so it's harder for him to escape. I'm right-handed, so I usually call my right arm. I'm gonna shoot under his chin as deep as I can. See, I want to be able to grab behind his back. I don't want to be shallow. I need to get this as far as I possibly can. Now I grab my hand, I pull it even further, and I slide them in behind his head. I don't want to reach my hand on top of his head because this is weak. He can reach up and pull my hand off. So I slide it behind his head, and now I push my head against his. This is acting as a lock. If I lean back, he can reach up and pull my arms off. But by pushing my head against his, it acts as a lock. And now I lean back, push my head in, and arch my hips, and squeeze my arms. Everything crushes inwards, and you tap out instantly. So it's... fight's over.
In a dream UFC matchup, Matt Hughes will soon face off against Josh Koscheck at UFC 135 in Denver. Hughes has had many legendary bouts and classic finishes, so Ultimate Insider sat down with the UFC Hall of Famer to hear how he remembers the best of the best. This is Matt Hughes, My Highlights.
I'm Matt Hughes, and these are my highlights. Probably one of the proudest moments in the UFC is after I beat Max Sakurai.
So there's a kick by Hughes. And down goes Sakurai.
I really didn't classify myself as champion till I defended that belt the first time.
Could be the finish. He brings it down hard.
After I beat Max Sakurai, I really felt that I was worthy to be called champion.
Whoa.
Probably my most satisfying win was against Frank Trigg, the second fight, because he hit me low.
He got hit in the ball. He got hit, yeah. Oh, he's still doing it.
He knows he hit me low, and he kept the fight going.
Frank Trigg looking to finish Matt Hughes.
If I would have hit somebody low like that, I would have backed off, said, hey, ref, give him some time.
He got hit in the groin, and Frank Trigg took advantage of it.
I was able to recoup from the hit.
Matt Hughes survives. And here we go.
And turn around and win the fight in the same round.
He's got it. Finish. It's out. And it's all over. And it's all over. Matt Hughes remains the welterweight champion.
Favorite submission would be against GSP. He went for a key lock, and I walked around his head and turned an armbar out of it. I knew it was the end of the round. I knew I had to hurry up and get around his head to get the submission off.
Matt Hughes with a submission. And it's all over. It's all over.
Very technical submission to pull off in the first place.
Bang. Armbar over.
Probably the performance I'm proud of was against Royce Gracie. I was just in a zone that night. I thought I was going to be trouble on the ground. As soon as we hit the ground, you can see me, I just kind of freeze in the middle of the fight. After about 20 seconds of being on the ground, you can start to see me move around a little bit, and I get more and more confidence. I got Royce in a straight armbar.
Finish. Can he submit Royce Gracie? Will Matt Hughes make history?
I could have sat and broke his arm and he wasn't going to tap. So I released the armbar and ended up getting his back. I ended up punching him. I heard Big John say, you've got to defend yourself. Well, when I heard Big John say that, I knew that if I let loose on the guy, the Big John was going to stop it. So I started punching him, and it was the only time I can ever remember where I could actually feel my knuckles through the glove. I mean, I was hitting him pretty hard.
Matt Hughes has defeated Royce Gracie.
The thing I'll miss the most after I retire from this will definitely be the good times I have with my friends. I'm just very blessed. I've got a great group of guys around me. We always have a good time, no matter where we're at, whether it's eating after a workout or I just want to fight. So that'll be what I miss the most. Make sure to watch me September 24th. It'll be a war.
We'd love to hear any ideas and comments you have on the show. And we'll be talking to all the top fighters in upcoming cards. So email us your best questions for them at UFCUltimateInsider@UFC.com. Here's a look at what's coming up next time.
Next week on UFC Ultimate Insider, presented by Dodge, Never Neutral. Rampage Jackson's powerful career in UFC by the numbers. Ultimate 8 counts down the best fighters 25 and under. Josh Koscheck reveals his game plan for Matt Hughes.
My striking is definitely better than Matt Hughes's.
And UFC Hall of Famer Matt Hughes one-on-one with Joe Rogan.
I'm not trying to get the belt right now. I'm looking to fight interesting people.
Look for next week's episode on UFC.com beginning September 22nd.
For our entire team at UFC Ultimate Insider, I'm Ariane Celeste, and we'll see you next time.